welcome back to the Alex Stone Show. I'm your host, Alex Stone. I am on a mission to spread the light of the gospel into every aspect of life, and yes, I did say every, including the things that most Christians do not like to discuss, such as politics. As of recording, it is January 3rd, a Wednesday, January 3rd of 2024. It's so weird saying 2024. Today's leadership principle says if you have to keep reminding someone of your position, it means you are insecure and lead by intimidation. Remember, your gift will make a way for you. Proverbs 18:16 in parentheses. Motivate and elevate others by love. Don't intimidate and lead by fear. And so often we have people who are leaders by fear. Leaders who lead by fear and with fear because of their position as a leader. And if you want to be a leader, you ought not to do that. Don't keep reminding people of, I do this or I do that. There's nothing wrong with saying what you do, but when you make that the priority so that you can lead people and intimidate them with your position, you're in the wrong. And it is not how you should act as a leader. Rather, you should act and lead by example and lead by love. So as a youth pastor, I could, very easily, use my youth pastor duties and use my youth pastor authority to make things happen and do things in my youth group. But rather, I do it by love. I lead by love. I lead with love. And that is the calling that we have as Christians, is to lead with love in our ministry and in our life. Lead with love. And Jesus said it very clearly that the greatest apologetic is love. Okay, so lead with love, elevate with love, motivate with love. Right now we live in a loveless society. So that the more we love, the more people will understand what our position really is and how we are actually leading. It brings trust. It brings help. It brings motivation, as it says in this leadership principle. If you have to keep reminding someone of your position, it means you are insecure and lead by intimidation. Remember, your gift will make a way from you. Remember, your gift will make a way for you. Motivate and elevate others by love. Don't intimidate and lead by fear. There should be no intimidation as a leader. There should be no fear as a leader, but rather lead and walk in love and the love that Christ has for you and for the church. With that being said, let us move on. Please bear with me. I am feeling terribly ill, but I am going to go through it, go with it. I'm not the type of person to just quit when everything is going wrong and when everything is going bad. And so even though I'm sick, even though I might cough a couple times, maybe here or there during this show, I'm just going to keep going because that's what I do. And one of my goals this year, as I said in my previous episode yesterday, is that I have a goal to release 365 episodes this year. It's a big task, but it can be done. And I believe it will be done because of the mindset that I have like this. Even though I'm sick, I'm going to do it, okay? And so if I can do it when I'm sick, if I can do it on vacation like I have releasing content during vacation a few weeks ago in Arizona, I can do it here. I can do it now, okay? So with that being said, on to some news. AssociatedPressNews.com, APNews.com. Jefferson City, Missouri, companies from China, Russia, and other countries blacklisted by the United States can no longer buy land near military sites in Missouri under an order enacted by the state's governor on Tuesday. Republican Governor Mike Parson's executive order prohibits citizens and companies from countries deemed threatening by federal government from purchasing farms or other land within 10 miles of staffed military sites in the state. The federal government lists China, Cuba, Iran, North Korea, Russia, and Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro as foreign adversaries. Parsons' move comes after Chinese spy balloon flight across the United States lent momentum to decades-long national security concerns about foreign land ownership. Guys, listen, the reality is that we have foreign adversaries in our own country right here, right now in the 21st century in the United States of America. And it's sad and it's wicked and it's abhorrent, but that's the reality. is that we have those foreign adversaries in our country. And so now it might seem good and might seem okay that Mike Parson is signing, this executive action or executive order that China and Russia cannot buy land within 10 miles of FBI or government facilities. That might seem okay, but the reality as the United States of America, we don't want any foreign adversaries here. We want them out. We want them gone. And so, Mike Parson is a nice guy, and I've interviewed him twice. I was probably the youngest person in the state of Missouri to interview Governor Parson. I interviewed him twice. Excuse me. But he needs to be stronger on this issue. There's been so much foreign land that has been, land in our own state, in the state of Missouri, that has been bought by foreign adversaries. And the Secretary of State of Missouri, Jay Ashcroft, has allowed it to happen. My friend Valentina Gomez, who is running for Secretary of State of the state of Missouri, has promised and vowed that she will never allow any foreign adversary to buy any kind of soil in the state of Missouri once she is elected Secretary of State. And that's the kind of leadership that we need. We need strong leadership in the United States of America. We need strong leadership in our states, or we're going to lose our country. Right now we have a border crisis, and it's far worse than a crisis. It's far, far worse than a crisis. We have millions and millions and millions and millions of people, undocumented, illegal immigrants in the United States of America right here, right now, today, as I'm talking. And there are more and more walking in every single second of every single day. And there's going to come a point in which there's going to be something very terrible that happens with all of these illegal immigrants coming in, because we don't know who they are. Like I said, they are undocumented, illegal immigrants. And many of them have been sent from places like China and Russia to come in here and infiltrate the United States of America to weaken our country. They want the United States of America to be weak. Because when the United States of America is weak, they can march forward with their one world order agenda, with their new world order agenda. And they can march forward with the Great Reset. I have this book right here that Clay Clark has written, and I've referred to it a few times, but it's the Great Reset versus the Great Reawakening. And if you look at it, it has all of these resources about, what is actually going on. Who is Yuval Noah Harari? Who is Klaus Schwab? Who is Bill Gates? Who is George Soros? Who is Barack Obama? Who is Mark Zuckerberg? What are they doing? Why are they doing it? The reason why they are doing these things is because they hate the United States of America so much. They hate the United States. They don't care about the United States. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't care about any of those things. They care about money, and they care about power. And right now with the Biden regime, it's not Biden in charge. We all know that it is Barack Obama who is pulling the strings behind the scenes with this man. And it's sad. It's evil that we've gotten to this point today in the United States where we have someone who is in the office of president, but he's not even doing that job, that it's the former president of the United States, Barack Obama, who hates our country. He does. I assure you of that. He does not like America. He does not care for America. He wants to see America destroyed. He wants to see America gone. He has never cared about the United States of America. Why? Is because he wants power. He wants money. And he will go through whatever means it takes to get there. And that's very clear. That was made evident in the Obama administration for the 8 years of Obama. And it's being made evident again in the 4 years that we've had Joe Biden as president of the United States. And it's sad. It really is. So what has caused us to be in this position that we are in the United States, where foreign adversaries are buying land and we're just allowing it to happen? What has caused this? It's been because of weak leaders who are in charge in the GOP, the Republican Party. What do you mean, Alex? Weak leaders? What do you mean? Well, look at Mitch McConnell. What has he gotten done? Nothing. Look at Kevin McCarthy. What has he gotten done? Nothing. And this is not just, recent times. This goes back all the way probably to Ronald Reagan. That Republicans have been weak-kneed. They haven't had the guts or balls to do anything. They've said, okay, well, I'm just going to let this pass. We're going to be okay. It's going to pass. We'll be fine in the future. Well, look at where we are now. Things haven't passed. Rather, they've gotten worse. Why do we get to the point in the United States of America where Roe v. Wade has to be overturned? Because we've allowed elected leaders to say, okay, that's all right. We'll be okay. Well, we're not okay. Right now, American citizens are starving. Veterans who are homeless are starving on the side of the street. Really? And our priority right now is to send hundreds of millions of dollars to places like Ukraine? Come on. Really? This is not the United States of America that the founding fathers envisioned in 1776. Not even close. We have fallen far, 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 far away from what they envisioned. They envisioned a free country, which is why we have the Bill of Rights. So we can have freedoms, so we can have rights. What is the First Amendment? The freedom of speech, the freedom of religion, the freedom of the press. Well, freedom of speech has been attacked all over the place. You can't say what you want to say. You can't do what you want to do because it's racist. It's hateful. Since when did being a truth teller mean you were a racist? It's crazy. The Second Amendment is under attack. Can't own a gun. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to take away your guns from you so that they can be in charge and you can't have anything to stop them. So that they can be in power and you can't have anything to stop them. Why is the First Amendment the First Amendment? Why is the Second Amendment the Second Amendment? Why do we have all of these things in place? It's because the founding fathers knew what would happen with a tyrannical government. And right now what we're seeing is the rise of a tyrannical government. So what are we going to do about it? What are we going to do? Are we going to sit back once again and say enough is or are we going to say it's going to pass, it'll be okay? Just as we've said for countless years? Are we actually going to stand up and fight? I'm wearing my hat, my hoodie, 1776 forever free. We need a 1776 again. We need to get involved again. We need to start fighting again. We need to start speaking the truth again. We need to start fighting for liberty and freedom and the truths that set us free in 1776, and we need to start fighting for them now. I have a Constitution probably right behind me, where it's over right here. Pocket Constitution, Constitution of the United States of America. We need to educate people on that. Because right now the reality is that people are not educated on the Constitution of the United States of America. President Dwight D. Eisenhower, he says, so long as we govern our nation by the letter and spirit of the Bill of Rights, we can be sure that our nation will grow in strength and wisdom and in freedom. And President Eisenhower is exactly right, that if we rule by the letter and spirit of the Bill of Rights, but the reality today, folks, is that we are not doing that. Rather, we are running away from that, and it is being attacked by people like Joe Biden, by people like Kamala Harris, by people like Nancy Pelosi, by people like Stacey Abrams, etc., etc. It's wicked, it's evil, it's corrupt. This document right here, the Constitution of the United States and the Bill of Rights, that is the letter of the land. That is the rule of law that we should abide by. Excuse me. Because if we don't, we're going to lose the United States of America. Another reason that we have gotten to the place that we are today, where we're allowing foreign adversaries to come on in and it's just okay, they can buy land whenever and wherever. It's because of the churches. The churches haven't gotten involved. The churches haven't done their job as churches to spread the light of the gospel in every aspect of life, including the things that most Christians don't like to discuss, such as politics. If pastors were preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ, the way that it was intended, there would be a lot of change. in the United States of America. There really would. I promise you that. Romans 1:16 is my favorite verse. For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation for the Jew first and also for the Greek. Though when the gospel is preached and the gospel is proclaimed that Jesus came and lived the life that we can never live, died the death that we deserved, and rose again 3 days later, it sets people free from bondage. It sets people free from sin. It sets people free from shame. It sets people free from the things that they have been dealing with for years and years and years and years and years. And when the gospel is the mindset of every single Christian, it doesn't change our heart, doesn't change our soul, it changes other people. When other people are changed, what happens? It changes a country. But right now, the gospel is not being preached in the pulpits. They're hearing what they want to hear. People are hearing what they want to hear. I was just recording earlier today with Candace Taylor. I'm going to be on her show, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. And she asked me, why are we where we are today? And I was talking about the churches. And if you go to 2 Timothy, I'm not doing well, but I'm getting there. I'll get there. Second Timothy, chapter 4. It says, I charge you in the presence of God and of Jesus Christ, who is to judge the living and the dead, by his appearing in his kingdom, preach the word. Pastors aren't preaching the word. Preach the word. Be ready in season and out of season. Reprove, rebuke, exhort with complete patience and teaching. For the time will come when people will not endure sound teaching, but having itching ears, they will accumulate for themselves. They will heap up for themselves teachers to suit their own passions, and will turn away from listening to the truth and wander off into myths. As for you, always be sober-minded, endure suffering, do the work of an evangelist, fulfill your ministry. And what we have today, folks, is an evil, corrupt spirit that has gone into the churches and it's promoting a false gospel. There are many false gospels, but there's a progressive Christianity gospel. That, okay, well, Jesus might have been a real person. He might have actually rose from the dead. He might have done these things. That's one tenet. Another tenet of progressive Christianity, it's okay. It's okay if you switch your gender as an 11-year-old. Even though you can't go die for your country. Even though you can't legally drink. Even though you can't smoke marijuana. But it's totally okay for you to go mutilate your body parts. It's being taught in progressive churches. Homosexuality is all of a sudden okay in progressivism. That God is somehow, some way now ordaining same-sex marriages, even though it's very clear in the book of Leviticus and the book of Romans and 1 Corinthians that it's not acceptable. That it is not God's natural law. And speaking of natural, if you just think about it for just a second, it is very obviously not natural for a man to have relations with a man or for a woman to have relations with a woman. It's not. But that's what's being taught in progressive churches today. And people like Reverend Brandon Robertson, very famous for being an outspoken progressive Christian who was once orthodox in his teaching. He's like, well, the Bible never condemns loving same-sex relationship, loving consensual same-sex relationships. That's a bunch of garbage, Brandon, and you know it. It is not natural for men to have sex with men. Think about a puzzle, and you'll see exactly what I'm saying. Guys, we need the gospel. We need truth. Scripture is very clear that the truth will set you free, but the truth has been pushed away and pushed to the side and pushed to the back burner. Right now, we're not hearing the truth. We're hearing a bunch of lies. And maybe we're hearing some truthiness, a little bit of truth, but a whole bunch of lies involved with the truth. That's called truthiness. And we need the truth. We find the truth in the gospel of Jesus Christ. Guys, I'm going to cut it short today. I'm not feeling well whatsoever. But thank you all for listening. Guys, if you go to mypillow.com and use promo code Stonewall, you can get a discount of up to 66% off of your order. MyPillow.com, use promo code Stonewall. You can get a discount of up to 66% off of your order. Wearing my MyPillow slippers right now, and I'm still flexible enough to reach down and pick them up. They're awesome. They are phenomenal. Look at these. They have a nice, very, 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 very soft, insoles, and then they also have 2 or 3 other padding layers. They have the MyPillow patented MyPillow patented filling. Then they also have memory foam. Then they also have the final bottom layer, which allows you to go outside and outdoors and enjoy them while you're outside. So go to mypillow.com, use promo code Stonewall. You can get a discount of up to 66% off of your order. Thank you all for listening. God bless you all, and goodbye.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and due to your incredible support, the original My Slippers are almost completely sold out. As a special thank you, I am launching my brand new all-season slippers, slides, and sandals for as low as $29.98. This is a limited time offer, so go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code, and you'll get all my new footwear for as low as $29.98. My all-season slippers are made with my exclusive 4-layer design that you won't find in any other slipper. They're finished with a breathable fabric so you can wear them all year round. And my new slides and sandals are made with patented impact gel, making them ultra comfortable and extremely durable. I guarantee they'll be the most comfortable footwear you'll ever own. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen now to get your very own all-season slippers, slides, and sandals for as low as $29.98 with your promo code. This is an introductory offer and it won't last long, so order now.